It's an action-packed Monday on the game day grind. We're talking Monday Night Football player props between the Carolina Panthers and San Francisco 49ers. We've got an action-packed NHL slate and a new debut segment on Hardwood handles called the 2020 Challenge. Let's get right into it. What's up, sports fans? My name is Chris. Welcome back to Game Day Wagers, and thank you for watching today's episode of the Game Day Grind. Today is Monday, November 24th, and in today's video, we have an action-packed show to get through. We're talking Monday Night Football player props between the Carolina Panthers and San Francisco 49ers. I have one line that's absolutely way too short, and we're going to be hammering it with ease. We've also got two NHL bets coming your way for tonight's action-packed slate, as well as a new NBA segment called the 2020 Challenge with two plus money SGPs for players to score 20 plus points in each game. Now, before we get into tonight's plays though, if you haven't already taken a second to like the video, please go ahead and do so now. If you guys are new around here, please hit the subscribe button. We just hit 2,700 subscribers. Thank you guys for all your support. It means the world to me. Next up, 2,800. But first, let's get into Monday's action. We're talking Monday Night Football, Panthers taking on the 49ers. To kick things off on Monday's show, we're talking Monday Night Football, Panthers taking on the 49ers. The only bet you need to make for this game is Bryce Young over 213.5 passing yards. The odds are minus 110. Look, there are a few avenues to cashing this ticket, and I think we're getting a very short price here on Bryce Young. No pun intended. The 49ers defense was gashed last week by the Arizona Cardinals, specifically Jacoby Brissett, who set the single game completion record with 47. He also threw for 452 yards and 2 touchdowns. While the game result was never really in doubt, San Francisco won easily. Brissett exposed vulnerabilities in the 49ers pass defense. I believe the Panthers offense is a bit more explosive than that of the Cardinals, and Bryce Young is capable of having another monster day through the air. He's coming off a game last week where he threw for 448 yards against the Falcons, and they rate out as the tougher of the two defenses. With a handful of great receiving threats, Young should be able to spread the wealth around and rack up the passing yards. If the Panthers are going to want to win this game, the offense is going to need to be dialed in as they are going up against a top 10 offense. This means Young is doing his thing through the air. If the spread is any indication, the 49ers might build up a big lead, which leaves Young playing catch-up and letting it fly as many times as possible. Either way, we're going to hit this player prop. Bryce Young over 213.5 passing yards, minus 110. From the gridiron, we're going to the ice. We've got a pair of plays coming your way. To kick things off, we're taking the Red Wings Devils under 6 goals at minus 115. Look, this should be a pretty intriguing matchup with two teams that have identical records. The difference is that the Detroit Red Wings are first in the shitty Atlantic Division, while the Devils are third in the Metropolitan. Either way, I see these two teams canceling each other out, which is why we're taking the under 6 goals at minus 115. If we look at this game, we're likely getting Cam Talbot versus Jacob Markstrom in goal tonight. And if you look at Talbot, he's dialed in this year. He's 9-2 with a 2.66 GAA. He's given up more than 2 goals just once across his last 4 starts. And right now, the Devils are struggling to score goals as they've dropped 3 straight games. This is also the first game back from a lengthy road trip for the New Jersey Devils, which is a spot I absolutely love to play against. Throw in the fact that both teams are outside the top 15 in terms of goals per game and inside the top 15 defensively in terms of limiting shots on goal from their opponent. This has the makings of an early 2000s slogfest through the neutral zone. Take the under 6 goals, minus 105. From New Jersey, we're going to Utah. We're taking Mitch Marner, 2 plus points, plus 200. Look, I know I'm a day early with Toonie Tuesday, which is our feature segment on Tuesday's NHL slate, but I think the value is right in this spot. We all saw Marner embarrass himself last time out against the Anaheim Ducks, coughing up the puck in overtime without any pressure on him, which led to the Ducks' game-winning goal in overtime. Well, it's redemption time, and there's no better team to do so than against the Utah Mammoth. Marner's having a solid season this year, 21 points in 21 games. He's got 7 multi-point games in that stretch, and the Mammoth are giving up plenty of goals of late, including 4 at home to the Vegas Golden Knights on November 20th. I'm looking for a response here from Mitch Marner, as I believe he racks up his 8th multi-point game of the season. Him and Eichel have been solid this year, and I expect him to bounce back. 2 plus points, plus 200. From the ice, we're heading to the Hardwood, which means it's time for Hardwood handles. To kick off this week's edition of the Hardwood handles, we are doing a little bit of a 2020 challenge. 2 games, 2 players, 20 plus points each, and I'm pumped for the opportunity. To start, we are going to New Orleans, where the Pelicans are hosting the Chicago Bulls. We are taking Trey Murphy, 20-plus points, and Nikola Vucevic, 20-plus points. A mini SGP paying plus 240. Look, this is the highest total on the board at 245, and I don't see how either of these two terrible defenses get stops. Murphy has scored at least 20 points in 5 of his last 7, while Vucevic has hit the mark in 3 of his last 5. I'm expecting plenty of points from plenty of people in this contest, but we're going to bank on Murphy and Vucevic, 20-plus points at plus 240. From New Orleans, we're going to Memphis. We're talking Grizzlies taking on the Denver Nuggets. Jaren Jackson, 20-plus points. Cameron Johnson, 20-plus points, plus 800 SGP. Look, this game could be a blowout in favor of the Denver Nuggets, which could give Cam Johnson some extended run. On the flip side, we've got Jaren Jackson Jr., who's living right around that 20-point mark each night as the lead option for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's going to need to produce if the Memphis Grizzlies want to keep this game competitive from start to finish. And Cam Johnson, he's been a great player for the Denver Nuggets so far this season, and I like him to hit that 20-point mark here against a weak Memphis Grizzlies defense. Johnson, 20-plus points. Jaren Jackson Jr., 20-plus points, plus 800 SGP. That wraps up today's episode of the Game Day Grind. Thank you guys so much for watching. To quickly recap our best bets for tonight, we're taking Bryce Young over 213.5 passing yards, minus 110. In the NHL, we're going Red Wings, Devils under 6, and Mitch Marner 2-plus points at plus 200. And in the NBA, we're doing the 2020 Challenge. Trey Murphy, 20-plus points. Nikola Vucevic, 20-plus points. Mini 2-leg SGP, plus 240. And a final one, mini 2-game SGP in the Memphis Grizzlies-Denver Nuggets game. We're taking Jaren Jackson Jr., 20-plus points. And Cameron Johnson, 20-plus points, plus 800. Let me know in the comment section if you guys agree, disagree, or tailing or fading any of my best bets, or if you have any particular bet you're looking forward to making tonight. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you guys are enjoying the content. Subscribe if you guys are new around here. I'm pumping out some great content on a daily basis. We'll catch y'all tomorrow, same time, same place, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Game Day Wagers YouTube channel. As always, keep grinding and good luck.